beautiful. I hope you're feeling good. I hope you're feeling cute. Today we're jumping into love predictions for the singles. I really want to find out like your guys' next person, like your next date. Maybe not your next person, but your next date, your next talking stage, your next crush, your next flirtatious moment. I don't know. I'm kind of feeling a little nosy today, so I just want to dive into that. Before I show you the piles, I just have to let you or remind you that tarot is a divination tool. It's an intuitive practice, so please take what resonates, leave behind what does not. You don't need to take it personally if it doesn't resonate. Also, there is nuance to every conversation. I'm aware of that, and now you are aware of that. With all of that being said, here's a clip of the piles right now. There was a big hair in my coffee. Disgusting.
All right, you guys, these are your 3 piles. We have group number 1 with our pink calcite, group number 2 with the black tourmaline, and group number 3 with our conjuring bewitching oil from Art of the Root. I love this conjuring oil, and I just thought I'd throw it in. So if you guys want to go ahead and take a moment to meditate, now is the time to do that. If you would like to pick more than one pile, you are welcome to do so. And the timestamps will be in the description box once you have picked.
You have now picked your pile. Please go ahead and check out my description box where I've left you timestamps for when your reading will start, and I will just see all you little beautiful cuties in your reading. Hello, group number 1. Welcome. I hope you're feeling good. We're going to start with our dice. We have Taurus and Virgo. Hello. Scorpio and Sagittarius. November may be a significant month for your dating life, you guys. We have the twins, literally. Gemini. Hello, Sun, Moon, Rising. Okay. I haven't decided what decks I'm using. Group number 1, you're usually my like tester group where I kind of decide what decks I'm using, so bear with me. Can we get a message for... I'm not gonna lie, I really liked the other day how I started off with astrology cards, so I kind of think I want to do that. Maybe I'll just do all oracle cards and then do tarot somewhere in between. Can I please get a message for group number 1? Predictions for their love life. I'm making this face, you guys, because I do feel like I'm about to sneeze. I've said this so many times recently. The light, whenever I turn on my light, it like, I just want to sneeze. So sorry if I'm making faces, but these are the 2 cards that showed face forward. So we'll talk about these first. We have Chiron and we have the 4th house. So with Chiron being here, this is talking about healing. There may be a emotional wound when it comes to dating or when it comes to opening up. And for some of you, yes, this could be from a past person, but for others of you, this could be coming from a place of feeling like an outcast. And the reason I'm saying this is because we have the 4th house here, we have a need to heal. When there is trauma in our 4th house, when we don't feel like we are stable, I oftentimes can see that as feeling like the black sheep or feeling like an outcast. Some of you watching this may not feel conventionally attractive. Some of you watching this may not feel socially normal. Maybe you're on the spectrum, right? When I say that, I mean that like so sincerely. Like maybe you feel just socially awkward, or maybe you don't feel like you can connect to humans in the way that other humans connect. So I see damage or hurt when it comes to our stability, when it comes to our foundation, when it comes to love and relationships, okay? And again, this could also stem from your mother, your father, siblings, your home life being a lack of stability. I know for me, my biggest issues in my romantic relationship 100% stem from my parents. And I hate acknowledging that and saying that. But when I look back on all my greatest loves, they are literally my father and my mother in all the worst ways. So that may be something that you guys, I'm laughing, but out of sadness, that may be something that you guys are also struggling with, or something that you guys also have to face. All right. Okay, so we do have, I'll talk about this first. We have the South Node here. Now, the South Node talks about what we are meant to let go of, our past. I don't know if you guys can see that right there. Bloop, bloop, bloop. The past. So that's representing to me that there is a wound that you need to release. Now, saying that is far easier than doing it. And the way you choose to do it, right? Like a tarot reader can't tell you the way that you choose to go about healing yourself or healing your trauma or getting more comfortable in your body or comfortable with socializing. That's stuff that you have to do in your day-to-day life. I do think perhaps some of you therapy, and I always recommend therapy, I'm sorry, but for some of you that could be something that's very helpful. For others of you, it's going to be a matter of building your confidence and pushing yourself out of your comfort zone. The South Node is your comfort zone. I also want to say this, you guys, sometimes being comfortable is not like where you're happiest, okay? Again, I'll use myself as an example. I was very comfortable. I grew up in California. I love California. And I was very comfortable living there. Although I was very unhappy. My family life was very unstable. My life was very unstable, but I was extremely comfortable and familiar with my surroundings. Once I left that place, once I was able to leave, I feel like I was able to heal. I was able to grow. I was able to find myself more. I had better relationships. I had better connections with people. My life became healthier because I was leaving behind the past, or I was leaving behind a part of myself that was attached to comfort. So pushing yourself and being uncomfortable, especially when it comes to dating, could be really helpful. Now, I'm not saying that you should date people who make you uncomfortable, but putting yourself in new situations and releasing yourself from the past could be. We have the 9th house. So this is also going back to what we're saying about the South Node and exploration. The South Node. The 9th house is about higher education. So some of you could be meeting somebody through your education. That's a very obviously common circumstance. But this could also be indicating, you guys, a need to grow, a need to expand. I really do believe, and again, I'm not a promoter of like you should date people who you're unattracted to, or you should date people who you think are losers. Like, I don't think that at all. Like, at all. It's better to be alone than to be with somebody who you think sucks. Like, it just is. But this is telling me that the person that you will be dating or who is coming to your life is somebody who is different, somebody who perhaps doesn't come from the place that you come from, somebody who feels outside of your comfort zone, okay? This person could also possess a lot of qualities or a lot of wisdom that helps you learn and grow yourself, okay? For some of you, that could indicate traveling, okay, moving, meeting someone after that move, during that move, okay? So I think the next deck we will go ahead and use is this deck. Now, this deck does tend to be a bit aggressive, so I apologize for that. Can I please get... We have boundaries, drawing the line, enough. Okay, so this is the South Node, right? Like, we're drawing boundaries. We're saying enough is enough. I'm not going to accept behavior that I do not deserve. So I think that's a really positive thing, setting boundaries, drawing hard lines. We do have the divine masculine. This is yang masculine energy. Yang energy is very productive energy. It's forward moving energy. I know the word like divine masculine and divine feminine, I guess I don't want to give my own personal thoughts on that. I guess I'll just leave it how it is. What I would say with this, when this energy is coming into a reading, when we're talking about what's happening next in your love life, I would say that there is movement, there's productivity. Things are progressing in a positive, I don't want to say positive, things are progressing in a forward motion when it comes to your love life, okay? We have conflicted decisions, hot and cold, multiple choices. So it could feel, right, like you're very up and down in regards to what you want or who you want in your love life. I also see this again as like hesitancy to fully open up, to fully be like, yes, like I want you. Hesitancy to fully make a decision when it comes to, again, an individual that you're interested in dating. I find it interesting as well that these 3 cards that came up for you from this deck are all gray. I find that very interesting. I have nothing else to add to that. I just think it's interesting. Okay. Can I please have a message? It could feel, right? The gray could be representing like a feeling of like dullness in your love life. We have a past life relationship. You've known each other before. Again, this is telling me that the past is impacting your relationships. The past is impacting your love life right now in the present. How can we move on? How can we let that go? I don't want to say this. I hate readings like this, you guys, because I feel like it's such a stereotypical, like, tarot reader thing to be like, your ex is coming back. I really hate it. And I really hate the tarot readers who say it when it's like, that's not even what the cards are saying. It really irritates me. But we do have reconciliation here. Okay, look. If you broke up with somebody, if somebody broke up with you, there was a reason, most likely. Do I think sometimes people can separate and come back together and live like a beautiful life? 100%. But I just want you to be careful, you guys. Like, I love you and I don't want you to go backwards, right? I don't want you to move backwards when it comes to love and relationships. I don't want you to hit up your ex or to respond to your ex because you're lonely. Obviously, like, you guys are the drivers in your life. You have to determine whether or not that's going to be something that's good for you. And everyone's circumstance is different. However, for the vast majority of you, this person should stay in the past, especially if they treated you poorly, if they, oh man, I have to pause this, guys. Hold on. Guys, like I was saying, especially if they treated you poorly, cheated on you, anything like that, I do not believe you should be taking these people back. The world is too big. There's too many people, okay? I don't think anyone should settle, but reconciliation is coming up. So please, if that's something you're interested in and you do feel like the person that this has to do with, if you're open to it and you feel like they treated you well and it was just wrong place, wrong time, maybe explore it. But one more. Predictions for the singles. Codependency, that's a big issue. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. Now, I think being codependent is obviously not healthy, right? Obviously not healthy. I think having codependent tendencies is very normal, very common. I do think you should be aware of this, right? Like, do I want this person because I want them, or do I want them because I don't want to be lonely? Now, obviously, you guys, it's valid to not want to be lonely. However, my counter argument to that would be make friends. And I know it's not the same as romantic relationships, but human connection is important regardless of if it's platonic or romantic. And I don't think that anybody, especially women, because it can be dangerous for us to end up with somebody who perhaps does not treat us the best, right? Or does not love us in a full capacity. So codependency, a need or a desire to be with somebody. I want to move this along. Can I please get a message for... We have secrets involved, which is obviously very self-explanatory. Like, somebody's keeping secrets, someone's not being 100% forthcoming, clear the air. There could be an opportunity, okay? So for some of you, it's not that you want to reconcile, but you want to make amends or you want to make peace with someone from your past. And that's so reasonable. And I think that that's something that, of course, like, if you want to do that or if you feel the need to do that, go for it. I am friends. I don't want to say friends. I am on civil terms with every person I've dated besides like 2. So quite literally, like, it's okay to want to clear the air. It's okay to want to not have awkwardness with somebody that you were in a relationship with. And maybe having a conversation could help you move forward, right? Receiving that closure. We have practice self-love, which is always important, whether you're in a relationship or whether you are single. Practicing self-love is so, so important, you guys. Okay. Oh, well, this is a little jumbled, but that's okay. Can I get a message for group number 1? It's interesting because, again, it feels like we are 1 foot in the past, 1 foot towards our future, or towards like what we want to move to. And again, the next person that comes into your life, they feel like somebody who is very much removed from the type that you would previously date, or the type of person that you were previously dating. We have give it time, everything in divine timing, let things flow. moving, change of residence, moving in with your partner. So again, some of you guys are moving and making romantic connections after you make this move. I also see the moving as, like I said, getting out of your comfort zone, uprooting yourself and putting yourself in situations where you are intentionally going or pursuing individuals who are not like people that you've previously dated. And then we have intimacy. This is adult chemistry and reminiscing. Okay. All right. I think actually, let's go ahead and get some tarot. Can I get a message on what's taking place for group? So we do have independence here, right? This is a balance between work and our personal life. So finding more balance. We have the Seven of Pentacles. This is working really hard towards something. I see this as you guys working really hard to, right, like not be super codependent or seek out healthier connections, not falling for love bombing, intentionally going out of your way again to like not excuse red flags or not ignore certain things that perhaps you would usually ignore. We have the Nine of Cups, which is happiness. And boop, 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 we have the Seven of Wands, which is interesting. The Seven of Wands talks about jealousy. The Seven of Wands talks about the need to defend what you view as something that you've worked towards. Being defensive, Seven of Wands, okay? Where is group number one's love life going? What is happening? Four of Pentacles, protecting yourself, yeah. So I'm not necessarily seeing a relationship for you guys. I think right now what I'm seeing is like, okay, I need to heal. I need to sit with myself. I need to feel good about who I am and what I want. I need to make sure that this previous chapter, and not all of you have a previous chapter, but I need to make sure that this previous chapter is wrapped up and that I have my closure. And then it feels like you are intentionally setting out to be outside of your comfort zone, to learn, to grow. And even the individuals that you are dating, like you are open to people who are different than what you previously experienced. Dating and soulmates. So I think you guys are moving towards a direction of healthier connection. I just think there's a period of like I said, healing, clearing the air, reconciliation, making amends with our past, whether that is like us talking to our ex and receiving that like final conversation, or whether that is just receiving or reconciling with what happened within yourself. We have unplug, work less. Working less will help strengthen your relationship. So again, finding more balance between your personal life and your work life. Awakening, someone is undergoing a spiritual transformation. I think this is the healing that we've been talking about. And then support, lean on your inner circle during this time. Lean on your friends, lean on the people in your life that you trust, that you love. Ultimately, you guys, again, like I said, I feel like we've come to the conclusion that there is a healing process. There is closure, reconciling the past. Again, whether that's with somebody that you dated or what happened or the way that society makes you feel, right? Reconciling with that. And then coming to a place where you're like, okay, I feel good. I feel ready to go out and date. This is the kind of person. These are the qualities that I want in a partner. This is what I'm going to avoid. So that's what I think is going on for you guys. Ultimately, I do think your dating process is going to be, what is the word? Successful. I do think that you have opportunity to make really strong connections because we do have this soulmate card here. So I do think there's possibility for strong connection. I want to understand when you guys can expect that. If you are watching, you know who I am talking to. If this is resonating with you, December showing up is interesting to me. December. We also have within a year, okay? And this does, like, as I'm talking about this, you guys, it does feel rather close to your timeline. Like, it doesn't, sometimes when I do readings, picking out a timeline feels hard for me. But I can be like, okay, this feels close, or this feels really far away. That is what I feel when I was pulling the cards. Like, it felt like it was closer rather than like, you know, over there. Like, what it felt like, ooh, not ooh. So anyways, I love you guys. I hope that this was helpful. Thank you so much for allowing me to read for you. I appreciate it. I'm sending you love. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and that is all I got. So bye. Hello, group 2. Welcome. We're gonna roll. We've got Pisces, just my 2 little fishies. Hello. We've got Aquarius and Pisces again. Leo and Libra. I feel like Leo and Libra always come up together. I want to do one more. Taurus. Hello, Taurus. Oh, sun, moon, rising. Okay, guys, we are going to do this a little differently. I really liked the other day when I did the astrology cards first, so we're going to do that, and then some oracles, and then somewhere in there we'll throw in the tarot. Can I get a message on what is going on in group number 2's love life? Predictions for the singles. What is happening? I feel, I'm not going to lie, guys, I don't feel like this is the right deck for you guys. I'm going to keep this here and read it to you in a second, but I do want to go ahead and shuffle this. Can I get a message? Okay, maybe it was the right deck for you guys. Okay, so I'm laughing because we didn't literally get the same cards, but the 6th house is associated with Virgo, and then we have Mercury here twice. So this could be online dating, you guys. Obviously, if you don't want an online date, baby, you don't got an online date. I don't blame you, okay? Mercury's here though, so love that. I guess we'll start with the 6th house in Virgo. So this is work, details, health, well-being, diet, service, daily rituals, contribution, organization, purification, skills, apprenticeship, and method. So what am I getting from this? I do feel like you and the next person that you're going on a date with, the next person that you're talking to, your crush, right? I feel like you guys share a lot in common when it comes to these daily rituals or your diet or your health routine, right? It feels it's giving me crunchy mom a little bit, which is okay. We love and accept everyone here. It's very much feeling like you both have similar interests. Maybe your interest isn't necessarily with health. Maybe your interest isn't necessarily with this or with that, but this is feeling to me that you two share very similar interests, okay? What you do for work may be similar as well, if not the exact same field, then something closely related. Okay. It's also possible that you guys are meeting this next person during a time where you're making tweaks in your life towards bettering your health, okay? Sure, meeting them at the gym perhaps, meeting them while you're out swimming, meeting them while you're out at your new favorite cafe, like, I don't know. But it feels like you two share a lot of you two share a lot in common. You are similar in regards to what you do for work. And it's possible, again, that you're meeting in an atmosphere where you're like focusing on your health. The midheaven does make me feel like, again, the work-related stuff is significant. I don't necessarily think that you're meeting them at work. You could be meeting them at work, but it's like they're not your coworker, if that's making sense. Like, they are not your coworker. Midheaven. Okay. We also have Mercury here. This is words, thoughts, analysis, information, learning, trade. Trade is sticking out to me. Ideas, smarts, reporting, awareness, vision, lens, palette, perception, curiosity, narrative, muse, and wonder. So again, you guys, Mercury is connected to communication, information. You guys could be meeting this person while you are getting your education, while you're taking a class. I feel like for a lot of you, you are out and like working though. So that's why I'm associating this with work. I also think it's very possible, again, you could be meeting them on a dating app, on Instagram, something like that. Okay. Gemini energy and Virgo energy is very, very strong. Virgo is also connected to Mercury, you guys, so. And then we have Venus. This is beauty, love, harmony, romance, charm, receiving, sensuality, luxury, wealth, diplomacy, magnetism, value, pleasure, adornment, adoration, attraction, indulgence, taste, and style. So this is representing love. It's very possible that the person you're meeting is someone that you are falling in love with, somebody that you have a desire to be in a relationship with, or somebody who you guys are moving towards, like relationship status, marriage potentially, things like that, the future. I don't think this is just dating. This feels like your next partner. So, okay. Can I get a message for group? We have a timeline, guys, within a year. Interesting, the last pile was also within a year. Vulnerability concerns. So there could be obviously concerns around vulnerability. I want to understand that actually. So let's dive into that. Can I get confirmation on the vulnerability concerns? Okay, so similarly, I can't show this, guys, but similarly to the last pile as well, there could have been like trust issues that have developed in previous connections that have caused the vulnerability concerns. Can I get more information on that? An opportunity. I think this person's going to provide you guys an opportunity to connect in a way where you do trust, where you feel like it's safe to trust, where you feel like it's safe to open up. That may take some time, guys, okay? And I honestly feel like it's more so you who's watching than them. It is possible they also have vulnerability concerns, but it more so feels like you. Okay. One more. All right. Look within. Yeah, I think again, this is more so to do with you, those vulnerability concerns. Moving forward, okay? Can I have a message for group? Oh no. Oh, that's so frustrating. Okay, we have karma. This could be something that we are fearful of. Consequences, cause and effect, debts. All right. We have memories, reminiscing, dwelling, bittersweet. Time, waiting cycles, and moments. So being patient for this person. Again, guys, very minorly do I believe that the past is having a role in this. I'm seeing this more so as like hesitancy. So somebody's approaching you or you're connecting with somebody on a dating app or on Instagram, and it's not that you're like, no, I don't want to date, but you're a little hesitant. You're like, okay, which I think is fine. I think that's totally reasonable. I don't think this is a big concern. I don't think this is a massive, like, you're going to be terrified and run away. I don't think that's what it is. It just feels like there's some hesitancy due to previous experiences that's causing us to want to slow things down a bit. We have Mars. Yeah, move forward and defend self. So I do believe you guys are going to find a way to move forward in the connection while also protecting yourself. I don't think you're going to have to compromise one for the other. So that is positive. Can we get a message? What's happening for group 2? Give your relationship a chance, work on your partnership. Yeah, I think this is a partnership, guys. Again, I feel like this is a dating process, right? Like meeting someone, liking them, flirting, and then being a little bit hesitant to jump into anything, taking things a bit slow. And then it's like, okay, like we should just try this out. Now, I don't know if this is like your person. There's nothing here necessarily indicating that this is your person, but there's also nothing here indicating that this is not your person. So leave that open for whatever comes forward. But forgiving and learning is also here. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. You guys got this. Like I said, I really am not seeing this as a massive issue. Can I please have a message? Okay. So we have strictly adult energy. This connection is passionate but not enduring. If that's the case, you guys, I think that there's multiple people here. So potentially engaging in adult connections that are not enduring. Perhaps you have, again, experience with like a situationship that was strictly like that. So that could be where the hesitancy is coming from. Like, oh, is this person just wanting me for this? Is this person just using me for that, right? My suggestion is if you are afraid of that being the case, taking things slow is in your best interest. We have balance. One person is giving too much in this relationship. Again, I think that this is more so a past issue than anything else, just trying to maintain balance. We have retreat. Time alone in nature will help you recharge. This is just talking about remaining grounded. And then we have a past life. Your soul remembers this intense connection. Can I have a message for group 2? Yeah. So it's interesting. It's time for us to move on. Someone is unavailable, a waste of time, it's over. And this feels more like a connection that has been like this, right? A connection that wasn't exclusive, or like there wasn't any titles, or there wasn't like a yes, like you're not seeing other people. I do believe it's time to move on from that situation, because there does seem to be somebody here who is more compatible with you. Somebody who understands your work, somebody who understands your interests, your hobbies, somebody who also enjoys the things that you enjoy. And then there's this other person where it's like, they're just here for a good time, not a long time. And we're trying to emotionally attach to that person, when in reality, like, there's this other person over here that we should be giving our time and attention to. We have, yes, luck is on your side. Our cute little ladybug. And then we have open your heart. It will help you attract more love. Yeah. Like, don't allow this doofus to keep you from finding this person that you're really compatible with, right? Like, they are not worth you losing an opportunity to fall in love. Can I have a message? Can I have one more? So we have serendipity. This is happiness, being spontaneous. We have maturity here. Resolving conflict. And abundance, you guys, okay? So again, I do think that there is a work connection here with the healthier romantic connection. Maturity is here. It's like we've learned our lesson, we've grown from the past, we're moving forward. Resolving conflict feels like we are dealing with emotional fluctuations with a lot more ease, okay? Overall, I do see a relationship coming for you guys within the next year, or a potential relationship coming up in your life in the next year. Again, this is going to be someone that you would be really compatible with in regards to like your interest. Perhaps the way you guys communicate, what you do for work seems very similar. So yeah, and I think that this person, this energy here is something that you're leaving in the past, that you're moving on from. So I think it's going to be a matter of taking it slow, right? Don't force yourself to open up if you don't feel ready. But at the same time, I think that this is going to be a really great opportunity for you to learn how to trust somebody romantically, to feel safe in a relationship, to feel like you aren't scared of somebody leaving you or using you or this or that. So that is what I have for you guys, group number 2. Thank you so very much for allowing me to read for you today. I do appreciate it. I am sending you so much love, and that is all I got. So, bye. Hello, group number 3. Welcome. We're going to start with our dice. Capricorn and Virgo. Hello, Cap. Hello, Virgo. Aquarius, just Aquarius. Pisces, Gemini. Hello, Pisces. Hello, Gemini. And then one more. Cancer. Hello, Cancer. Sun, Moon, Rising. Okay, guys, we're going to start off with our astrology deck. What is happening for the singles next? You guys are experimenting? Okay, I kind of like this. I was going to keep shuffling, but then I changed my mind. So Aquarius energy is here, has entered the chat. Now, I think out of all the signs, this is probably the sign that I resonate with the least. However, I do have a lot of Aquarius energy in my life, personally, like friends and family members and things like that. So this energy tends to be associated with individuals who are very emotionally disconnected, people who are a bit weird, a bit quirky, a bit different, my little aliens, right? So your love life, it could be that you're operating from a place of like, I'm not necessarily looking for attachment. I'm not necessarily looking for a relationship. Now, it's not to say that that's not where this reading is going to go, but like that's not the intentions behind your dating process. It feels like your intentions behind your dating process is to experiment, is to have fun, is to learn, is to have new, different experiences. So I'll just go ahead and read this really quick. This is experimental, rational, unique, liberal, electric, group-oriented. Some of you guys may be playing with that type of energy. Obviously, I want to say this for sure, if you do not want to do that, you should not do that, and you should not allow anybody to convince you to participate in that behavior if you don't want to do that. Okay. Humanitarian, free radical, eccentric, diverse, futuristic, utopian, disruptive, edgy, and detached. Okay. Some of you guys could just be wanting to be like free little butterflies and socialize and have fun, and that's totally okay. We do have the 9th house here. This is seeking. This is exploration, you guys. Also higher education. Some of you guys could be meeting this person while you are getting educated on something. However, this is also experimentation and exploration. So exploring is really important for you guys when it comes to your dating life. This is foreign travel. Some of you guys may be partaking in foreign travel. Adventure, higher education, customs, faith, beliefs, pilgrimage, spiritual quests, aspirations, journalism, religion, gurus, and risk-taking. So the spiritual aspect of this could be potentially meeting somebody and connecting with them on a spiritual level. I do think this is something that tends to be a bit rare, but it's not unheard of, right? So connecting with somebody spiritually could play a role in your love life as well. The main thing I'm taking from that 9th house, though, is like exploration, going back to the Aquarian energy of wanting to explore, wanting to expand, the way I'm seeing it, and this is going to be a really bad example, but it feels like Pokemon, or it feels like Thanos collecting his stones. Like it feels like we are in a phase in our life where we're just wanting to collect like new experiences. So that's fun. Or perhaps like for some of you who are wanting a serious relationship, I think one of the best ways you can find a serious relationship is through dating people, getting to know people, not just sticking yourself to one person and being like, okay, like I'm gonna date this person until I don't like them. Like I think it's good to have options. I think it's good to date until you understand like what you want in a partner, in a husband, in a wife, right? We have the 10th house of reputation. This is career. Your career could be playing a role in how you are meeting this person, or perhaps why you are attracted to this person. Responsibilities, achievements, competence, fame, notoriety, standing, authority figures, legacy, purpose, pinnacle, the patriarchy, and empire. So we love the 10th house. This is Capricorn energy. This is money. This is your career. We have Scorpio as well. This is the animal, transformative, intense, passionate, secretive, carnal, thorough, obsessive, intimate, primal, lusty, deep, eternal, resourceful, mysterious, regenerative, compulsive, destructive, and manipulative. Scorpio energy is very transformative energy. So I feel, again, like you're not going into your dating life with expectations. Would it be nice to meet someone that you can have a like really good bond with? Yes, but I think that you're going into it more open-minded to like, okay, like I'm going on a date with Peter and I'm excited to get to know Peter. I'm excited to like learn about him. And if it works out and we have a romantic connection and we're compatible, then great. If not, like that's okay. And I think the reason why you're having this epiphany or this view on dating is because you're not putting your eggs into anyone's basket. Like, you are holding your energy, you're holding your happiness for yourself. And I feel like you're almost looking at dating as like, I'm making new friends. And like, if we fall in love and like have fun, then that's great. But if not, then like, I just have a new friend. So yeah. And some of you, it could definitely lead to like intimacy and having fun in that regards, in that area of life as well. But so yeah, I do find Scorpio interesting because I think that this is representing going into it with a lack of intention and then it turning into something else. Okay. Moving forward, what is happening in group number 3's love life? We have emotional storms. This is turmoil, unstable and affected. And I think that this is what you guys are avoiding. I don't think that you're experiencing this turmoil. I think that's perhaps why you're like, no, I'm going about dating in a different way. Like, I'm opening myself up because I don't, right? This feels very attached. This feels very, I've put my eggs into a basket and I was disappointed. And I feel like you guys are almost going in the opposite direction of that. We have apology as well. This is forgiveness, return, and sorry. So perhaps you guys are receiving an apology. Influences, attachments, third parties, and peers. Okay. Attachments, third parties, peers. It's very possible you could be dating someone that you are first friends with or acquaintances with. And again, the attachment aspect of your love life, it feels more like a process of elimination. It feels more like I'm not going into it attached. I'm very much the opposite, you guys. I go into, like, I don't think I've ever gone on a first date with somebody without feeling like that person, like, loved me. Okay? Like, I'm just not the kind of person to be like, I'm gonna go on a date and I'm gonna, like, I am not this person. And I think that you guys taking this route is actually really, like, fun and beautiful because I feel like it's, like, less pressure on dating. It feels lighthearted. It feels a little silly. It feels like we're avoiding getting our feelings hurt while still giving ourselves the opportunity to get to know various individuals. Sure. Can I have Yeah. Okay. Great. Can I have worthiness? So recognizing that you are worthy of beauty, you're worthy of love, you're worthy of being treated well. I do think that this is playing a role in why you're going into it with this headspace of like, I'm looking for somebody very specific. And in the meantime, I'm just gonna like, again, make friends. We have connection here. So I do think there is a significant connection, you guys. I'm not sure if this connection is leading to commitment. I'm not sure if this connection is leading to marriage, but it does feel like a connection that is more than a connection that stands out in comparison to other people that you are involved with or dating. Now, for those of you where you're like, Cenus, I don't feel comfortable dating multiple people at a time, even if I am just like talking to them or going to dinner with them, that's fair, that's fine. But I think that you are still opening yourself up to different experiences when it comes to dating. Like, I don't think you are going into it so rigid. And again, I don't think you're going into it putting all of your eggs into one basket. We have intimacy here. So again, I don't think this is for everybody. Obviously, like, you need to do what feels comfortable for you and your body. Like, you should never engage in this unless you want to, or unless you like feel good about doing that. So, and some of you do. So intimacy is here, and that could be a part of like the exploration and the having fun. Obviously, protect yourself always, always, always. Your health should be your priority at all times, in a relationship, out of a relationship, dating, not dating. Like, your health is important. So okay, that's what I needed to see. This is the card that I needed to see in order to feel good about telling you guys that there is something more here. We have manifestation. Tell the universe exactly what you want. And this is why you're going into it with an open mind, you guys. Like, you are like, I know what I want. And I know that when I meet the right person, I don't need to worry about rushing into it. I don't need to worry about like locking this in, because it's going to be the right person, and it's going to feel easy, and it's going to feel happy, and there's going to be trust. You guys know what you want. You know the type of partner that you want. And because of that, I think you get to go into your dating situations with a lot more of like lightheartedness. And then we have commitment. Things are getting serious. So there's obviously commitment here showing up for you guys. Can I get a message for group? You have to stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. And I do think that this is what you guys are doing. I think that you are remaining positive about your love life. You're not being negative. You're not like, oh, I went on a date with this guy named David and he sucked and like I'm sad and depressed about it and like that. Like you're like, no, like David wasn't for me. David's for someone else. Maybe me and David could be friends, right? Like it feels more positive. It feels like your outlook, your approach to dating is positive and it feels good. And like, I don't know, it just seems productive in regards to not being disappointed, not feeling like sad about time wasted. It just feels, like I said, very positive. I'm sorry, guys. I received a message over here. I'm in the process of making a really massive like life change and I'm a little scared. I'm a little nervous. So I'm sorry that like threw me off. I'm going to take a second. I'm going to pause really quick and collect myself and then come back. Sorry. Took a drink of water. It's all good stuff. I don't want to like concern anybody. I'm sure nobody cares, but like it's fine stuff. I'm just, it's a lot. So anyways, okay. You guys are just going to have to accept the camera as it is. But we also have romantic feelings here, guys. Oh, romantic feelings. And it says your feelings are real and they are worth exploring. Okay. And that's more so what I see. Do I think that this could lead to commitment for some of you? Yes. For others of you, it's just going to be a really beautiful like connection. It isn't going to be long-term for everybody, but I do feel like for a select few of you, like it's very possible that this will be a more committed, potentially even like engagement, marriage involved, because we do have the rings represented here. Sure. With that being said, let's get a few more. Can I please get a message? You are not being heard. So making sure that you are voicing what you want very clearly, okay? Again, if you feel uncomfortable doing something, you guys, it's important that you speak up for yourself. You will not be heard if you do not speak, right? Sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. I feel like I should stop the reading, but we're so close to being done. It's, I can't wait to like have it over with. But anyways, we have the go with the flow. This is everything that I've been saying, right? Like it very much, unless this is, I've been like, oh, you're not putting your eggs in one basket. You're going with the flow, right? You are not investing emotionally, mentally, financially into anybody until they prove themselves to you. And in the meantime, you're having fun. Like you're enjoying yourself. Okay. Can I please get a message for group? We have a little bit of regret here. Someone feels remorse for the way that they treated you. Again, we did get an apology earlier in the reading. It's possible that someone's coming forward and apologizing to you, which is great. I don't think that's going to affect your, what's the word? I don't think it's going to affect your execution. Okay. Chemistry being here as well. This is the attraction you feel is mutual. So again, someone that you're having a connection with where the attraction's mutual, the feelings are mutual, and you're not participating again in situations where the back and forth feels like there's a lack of balance. We also have longing here, and it says someone is secretly yearning for you. This is interesting to me. Again, for some of you, it could be like a close friend or an acquaintance or a friend of a friend that's coming forward and like confessing the fact that they have feelings for you. Okay, I think we're just gonna pull a few more, like one more, and then we shall wrap it up. Can I please get a message on what's happening in group number 3's love life? Yeah, okay, so again, this is the confession, the longing, right, that I just spoke about. This is the only pile that I've pulled this deck for, and I find it interesting that the moon's here, right? The moon is talking about our intuition, our emotions, how we are feeling. It also could be talking about, again, bringing light to dark situations, the longing, right? We have a crossroads here as well. This is a north and south, right? Crossroads. So our past and our future, we are at a point in our life where we are choosing to go down a different direction. And then we have the ring. So again, I do believe that some of you guys are meeting someone that you're going to have a long-term relationship with. You're either getting married to or something to that effect, okay? I just don't believe that it's going to be all of you, but I do think a lot of you who pick this pile are going to be pleasantly surprised by the person that stumbles into your life that you connect with. I think a lot of you, this is going to be the end result of that. I also think this ring is really beautiful. Like, side note, I think rubies are stunning, right? As a July baby, I personally really love rubies. But anyways, group number 3. Thank you guys so much for letting me read for you. Ultimately, you're dating, you're having fun, you're not investing, like I've said so many times, into anybody specific until somebody comes forward who feels worthy of investing into. And I also believe that for a lot of you, there is a serious commitment coming into your life. You guys don't have a timeline. Can we get a timeline for group 3? Romantic. At sunset. In October on a sunny day. Okay? So October is obviously later in the year. However, October is very possible for some of you. We don't have a timeline. And I'm going to be honest, guys, like the timeline does feel a bit mixed. Like October for sure could be very plausible for you guys, but in regards to the year, like, is it happening in 2025? Is it happening in 2026? That doesn't seem clear to me. It doesn't feel particularly close, okay? So usually when it feels like that, guys, I'm thinking it's like a year out, a year and a half out, 2 years out, right? So that's what I have, guys. Anyways, I love you so very much. I hope you're doing well. I hope you enjoyed, like I said, sending you love. And that is all I got.